There are various theories to explain who we are and what biblical texts are implying. We must understand that contrary to popular belief, the Scriptures, the Old Testament of the Bible, is self-explanatory. This means one does not need to be under the influence of any spirit to understand. After finding who we are, we must know who is our Elohim, or God.
To understand the Scriptures and who is the Most High, we need to examine the Scriptures from the beginning. We know that the Most High speaks about a specific nation of people who he calls Israel. What can be said about this group, and who is Israel? Our Creator speaks about this nation as his peculiar treasure. In Psalms chapter 135 and verse 4 it reads, "For Yahweh had chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasure." Also Psalms 147 verses 19 and 20 reads, "He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them." Moreover, in Amos 3 and 1, "Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Can two walk together, except they be agreed?" So let us review and understand what we've read so far. First, out of all nations on earth, the Creator has only chosen one to give his statutes and his judgments to. He said that other nations have not known his judgments, and in Amos, he says it again. He says that you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Now, I know that he is talking about Israel. But who is Israel? You can find out who Israel is by their blessings and curses found in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter. In this case, we will look at some of their undeniable curses. First, the Most High told Abraham that Israel would go to Egypt, the house of bondage, once again. The Creator told Israel that if they did not obey his commandments, that they would go back to the house of bondage for punishment. Let's start with two curses. Deuteronomy 28 and 64 reads, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone." Next is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. It reads, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." Therefore, we are looking for a group of people who fits this description. And what is bondmen and bondwomen? Lastly, who were the enemies that Israel was sold to? Now, Egypt, the house of bondage, is symbolic to the first Egypt. The first was the country of Egypt. However, the Egypt that we are in now is all four corners of the earth, such as America, China, Brazil, Africa, and so on. In other words, Egypt means all parts of the earth. Well, first, bondmen and women are slaves, so they would be sold as slaves, and they went by way of ship. This could only be talking about one group of people, the black Africans. So, since we now know that Africans were the true Israel, who were we sold to? The Scripture says that we were sold to our enemies. Moreover, these Africans were scattered to all four corners of the earth. So this means they were scattered to all continents and countries. That can only mean that African Americans and other Africans in different countries are the real Hebrew Israelites. We are the descendants of Israel. And the funny thing is that no one but blacks can fit all of the descriptions of Israel. Read Deuteronomy 28 chapter, and you'll see that every punishment has happened to us. However, I didn't forget that we have one more question to answer. If we were sold to our enemies, who is this scripture talking about? Leave a comment down below with your answer. If you guess correctly, I'll tell you. So now you know who you are. Israel was a set-apart nation of kings and queens. So to all of my brothers and sisters, know who you are. On the next time we meet, we'll find out if Christ is God You'll be surprised.